Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We reached the latest stage of whatever the West will get to Ukraine to fight Russia, and that is warplanes. That's all. Warplanes, that's all that's needed. Because right now they are providing Ukraine with long-range missile systems. They provide everything but fighter jets, and they will receive fighter jets. And I'm not talking about MiG-29. I'm talking about F-16s and Rafale and Typhoons and whatever they got. Okay, Eurofighter. They will receive those. Not in huge quantity, but they will receive. Now, I don't know if they're going to be the ones operating, they being the Ukrainians or not, but the fact that they will have him over there fight the Russians, NATO is involved with everything. But supposedly personnel. I suspect that there is the command, at least, of NATO is 100% involved in this. Not on, maybe on the territory of Ukraine, in Poland maybe, but if you remember, I mentioned U.S. retired Army Colonel Douglas McGregor. He said this in, I think, May or June. He said that NATO generals are there, the commanders are there, and they are the ones who orchestrate certain hits. Remember, it's already known, and statements were made that actually HIMARS, the Americans are dictating and approving and finding the targets that their HIMARS will hit. But the Ukrainians are the ones who operate them. And we believe that 100%. So yeah, again, when they have all these volunteering forces coming to Ukraine, you don't know who those are and what they are. They come under different kind of names. Some of them are just as I said, military advisors. Some of them are just maintenance people. Some of them are just investigators or trying to figure out where their weapons are going to. Supposedly they're just inspecting. That's all. Yeah, and some of them are demining teams that just check and see where the mines are, and they dig them out and all that, or like blow them up. But none of them, zero, has any weapons and an active fight against the Russians. No. Well, okay. So here we have the Great Britain providing long-range missiles to Ukraine, and the United States will follow suit. They already, I think, said that they will send this. They might send this. It's not if they send, is what kind. What kind they send. So let's see here, this article from the New Voice of Ukraine, February 24th, 2023. UK will provide Ukraine with long-range weapons, Zelensky says. Now, if Zelensky said, that's 100% done deal. He noted that these weapons will be utilized defensively to protect Ukraine's population centers. Yeah, okay. Because he said so, we believe him. And I'm quoting, "We need to explain that long-range weapons are the defense of the civilian population," said Zelensky. But why? Why do you need long-range weapons? You can't have short range. I'm talking about 50 kilometers. So you have a range. You have a range of 50 kilometers, so like a radius. So then you have 100 kilometers left and right. So everything that comes over there, since our Western weapons are not the best, they hit anything. Any fly or mosquito that flies around is blown to pieces. So why do you need 300 kilometers? You want to reach inside? They say no. So another bullshit, if you know what I mean. They tell us they need longer to defend those areas. Well, don't you think that 50 kilometers is not enough? I mean, you can say, yeah, it's better 200 or 300. Yeah, I agree with you. It's better. But on the other hand, do you think that this will be used only defensively? They also said they're not going to use them defensively. Why? Because they said the Russians positioned their attacking missiles, launchers, further from the border, so they can't reach them to defend them. Or no, to attack them, right? But they blow them so they cannot attack. So that therefore they're, defensive operations. So that's why they need it actually. So they're not going to be like staying here. And when the Russians send missiles, they're going to boom, 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 100%. No, 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 no. They want to come here and being able to hit inside Russia or wherever they are and blow them over there so they cannot kill them. That's what the thing is. So don't get fooled, which, by the way, I don't see why Ukraine should not be entitled to do that. Is there a certain rule that says Ukraine should not, but the Russians should? You know what I mean? So yeah, I see that, okay, but all this, we're so concerned, we're doing defensively, we're not going to attack that, please. I might look funny, but I don't think I'm that funny. So let's see. What else? We agreed with Britain. It's a different type of missile than ATACMS, but it is a long-range weapon. The president stressed yet again that Ukraine wouldn't use it for strikes on Russian territory. Well, Russian territory is where you consider it being Russian territory. But there would be Donetsk, there would be Lugansk, there would be, Crimea, right? Yeah, okay. So again, I don't see why these guys are not allowed, or oh my God, they have to vow they will not do this or not do that. Okay, and I'm quoting again, the narrative is spreading among our partners that long-range weapons are allegedly necessary for strikes against Russia. Again, it's very important, Russia and Russian territory. What do you mean Russian territory? Yeah, they wouldn't use them in Russian territory, but what they consider territory. So again, however, Russia has placed its weapons on the territory of Ukraine. Yes, at such a distance they can hit the civilian population. Only, they just target only that. We got that, and that's true because you say so every day. For example, they constantly bomb Kherson knowing that the armed forces of Ukraine don't have the arms to respond to them, end quote. At the Munich Security Conference, UK Prime Minister Rishi Maharishi Sunak said the UK, I'm quoting, will be the first country to provide Ukraine with long-range weapons. Rishi Maharishi, he holds very tight of his chair. That's why, because there are other weasels, and unfortunately there are stupid weasels. There are some smart weasels, but these are stupid weasels, which is Boris Becker Johnson and Lazy Lizard Truss, who try to take his place. That's why he's promising everything, because those guys are outbid him. They promise more and more and more. So the interest behind all of this, oh, she's going to give us more money. Oh, she's going to give us more contracts. Oh, he's going to do this. Oh, he's not going to do this. Oh, okay. Subsequent media reports suggested that transfer could include Storm Shadow air-launched cruise missiles with a range of 250 kilometers, as it should be relatively straightforward to modify them to launch from Ukraine's Soviet-era warplanes. Yeah, okay. At the same time, Zelensky confirmed that the UK and several other unnamed countries, why unnamed? Why so scared, homie? Are ready to start training Ukrainian pilots on to fly F-16 fighter jets, which suggests that Kiev's Western partners will eventually decide to include modern warplanes in their security assistance to Ukraine. Yes, they have to defend themselves because they have the right to defend themselves from the Russians. But the Russians were not allowed to have any security concerns before February 24, 2022. Now, the United States has so far remained reluctant. I heard this each and every time it was about to send them any bullets. Oh, I'm reluctant. I don't know if I should. No, please stop me. Hold me back. No, I don't want to do it. Okay, I guess I'll do it. We all knew you will do it. I mean, we not all. I knew, because history is a bitch. All right, the United States has so far remained reluctant to transfer ATACM missiles, which can be launched from Ukraine-operated HIMARS rocket artillery systems and can strike targets 305 kilometers away. All right, well, good for you. Good for you. You will receive everything, we know that. So it's you're not fooling anybody. I used to mention my model, my mountain slope model. They start slow and baby steps. They say no, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And they started with helmets and blankets to help, and now they are thinking about sending fighter jets. I said this for, I don't know, March. From March I said they will receive everything, but nuclear weapons. They will not receive submarines or ships. Are useless over there. The Russians it's too costly and they need crews. And then they will not send troops in your face. They will send troops as, even the Americans said they will start those special operations. Remember, about 2 weeks ago they said, with proxies and for sabotage and all that. I mean, each and every person who's reported dying from the Western countries, it's a volunteer from the International Legion, volunteer, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah. All right, well, this is it. It's not something that we didn't know. It's just that there you have it. They received tanks today on Friday from Poland, the Leopard 2 tanks. They will receive Western warplanes, I have no doubt. And they will receive, of course, longer range missile systems to defend themselves. All right, we'll see who's going to be outspending who, because that's what's going on right now. The West and their economies, or Russia? Remember, wars are won by the ones with resources. Germany in the Second World War definitely was the main source of losing. Was not that they didn't have spirit, or they ran out of resources. They couldn't build shit and they couldn't operate shit. That was the big problem. So yeah, resources, and Russia is full of resources, mind you. Europe, no. United States, yeah, but you can't use it because you want renewable, because of the global warming. So keep that going, and then the Russians will definitely roll over, Red Rover. Thank you for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.